The Joe Rogan Experience.
Train by day, Joe Rogan podcast by night, all day.
Thanks for coming in, bro. Really excited to have the great and powerful Darth Vader in with me today as my first guest.
Thanks, Joe. I've been a fan of yours for a long time. Excited to finally be able to sit down with you.
First, I just have to ask, how did you ever think you could beat Obi-Wan, an experienced Jedi Master, while he had the high ground? Jamie, pull that up.
Ah, there it is. Honestly, Joe, I was a young, dumb kid. I practiced the double front flip maneuver, and I thought I could pull it off.
I'm sure you get that question all the time. I just had to know.
It's okay, Joe.
So, Darth, you've been involved in some pretty intense battles over the years. I mean, you're one of the most feared villains in the galaxy. But there's one thing that I've always wondered about.
And what's that, Joe?
Well, why does the Death Star keep getting destroyed? I mean, you guys build this thing and then it just gets blown up.
Oh, don't even get me started on that, Joe. It's like every time we build a new one, some ragtag group of rebels comes along and destroys it. To prove something.
Yeah, it's like they're trying to stick it to the man.
Exactly. And I'm the man they're trying to stick it to. It's like they have no respect for the Empire.
So what do you think is the problem? Is it a design flaw or is it just bad luck?
It's definitely not a design flaw. I mean, we've got some of the best engineers in the galaxy working on these things. No, I think it's just a matter of luck. Or maybe the Force is just against us.
Force?
Yeah, you know, that mystical energy field that Jedi talk about. It's like they're using it to help them destroy the Death Star.
That's crazy.
I know, right? It's like they've got some kind of inside information that we don't.
Well, maybe you should try to recruit some Jedi to your side.
Ha ha, yeah, right. Like they'd ever join us.
You never know. Stranger things have happened.
Speaking of strange, did I tell you about the aliens?
No, tell me, man.
Well, it was a typical day on the Death Star. I was going about my business, overseeing the construction of the battle station, when suddenly an alarm went off.
What kind of alarm?
It was a warning of an incoming ship, but it wasn't like any ship we had ever seen before. It was like nothing from the Empire or the Rebel Alliance. We scrambled our defenses, but before we knew it, the ship had landed.
And that's when you encountered the aliens?
Yes. As soon as we boarded the ship, we were met with these strange, otherworldly beings. They were unlike anything I had ever seen before. They were tall and thin, with long, slender limbs, and their skin was covered in iridescent scales.
Whoa, that sounds trippy.
It was, Joe. At first, we were wary of them. We thought they might be a threat to the Empire, but they didn't seem interested in fighting us. They were more interested in exploring the Death Star and studying our technology.
And how did you react to that?
I was intrigued. I had never seen anything like them before, and I wanted to learn more about their culture and technology. We struck up a deal with them, and they agreed to share their knowledge with us in exchange for access to our advanced weaponry.
That's wild. Did you learn anything interesting from them?
Oh, yes. Their technology was far more advanced than ours, and their understanding of the universe was on a whole other level. They showed us things that we never even thought were possible.
That's incredible. What happened to them after you made this deal?
Unfortunately, the deal didn't last long. A group of rebels attacked the Death Star, and in the chaos, the aliens were caught in the crossfire. We lost contact with them, and we never heard from them again.
That's a shame.
Yes, it is. But it was a valuable lesson for me. It showed me that there's so much more to the universe than just the Empire and the Rebel Alliance. There are other civilizations out there with their own beliefs and technology, and we should be open to learning from them.
That's a great way to look at it, Darth. Thanks for sharing your story with us. What do you have planned in the future?
Well, Joe, I've been giving it a lot of thought, and I've decided to retire from the Empire.
Really? That's a big decision. What are you planning to do after retirement?
I've been looking into different options, and I think I'm going to join an Amish community and live a simple life on a farm.
That's quite a change of pace. Why the Amish community?
I've always admired their way of life. They live a simple and peaceful existence, free from the distractions and chaos of the modern world. Plus, I've always wanted to learn how to farm and live off the land.
That's fascinating. And what about your past as a Sith Lord? Are you leaving that behind as well?
Absolutely. I'm ready to leave that part of my life behind and start fresh. I want to focus on living in the present and enjoying the simple pleasures of life.
That's really inspiring, Darth. And do you have any other plans for your retirement?
Actually, I do. I've heard about this co-ed softball team called the Muddy Cleats, and I'm thinking about joining them.
The Muddy Cleats? That sounds like fun. What position are you planning to play?
I was thinking about playing first base. I've always been good at catching things with my robotic hand.
That's great. I can't wait to see you in action on the field.
You're welcome to come to any of my games, Joe. Well, I must be leaving you. If I leave the ship for too long, things start going a bit sideways. Thanks for having me on Joe.
It was great having you on Darth. Really great to get to know you.
You as well, Joe. All the best.